Hi, welcome to this session. In this session, we are going to talk about inbuilt matrix generators in MATLAB. So we have some of the inbuilt functions in MATLAB using which we can generate matrices. So examples like magic function, random integer function, zeros function and ones function. So let us see about these functions with some examples today. So I will start here with the magic function. Let me show you one example. Magic of 4. So you can see here I have used a function magic and I have passed an argument 4, and this magic function is generating a 4 cross 4 matrix, or we can call it as a square matrix. A square matrix has been generated by this function. So whatever the argument value we pass, okay, a square of that size matrix will be generated with the help of this magic function in MATLAB. So for example, I will give magic of 2. So now I'm able to get a square matrix of integers of size 2 cross 2. So one more thing you should remember with this function. So it generates only square matrices, and we cannot create customized matrix dimensions. Like if I want to create a matrix, if I want to generate a matrix of 2 2 cross 3, I cannot do that with this function. So for that we have other functions. We'll see about those functions next. For example, if I try to generate a matrix of size 2 cross 3 using this magic function, we are going to get an error. See, we are getting an error. It's displaying like too many input arguments. So we should be knowing about always we should know some details about the function whatever we are going to use in MATLAB. So to know the details of the function, we have help function. So if I want to know details about this magic function, like what it does, what is the syntax, what is the format, how to use that, I can just type here help in command window, and I can give the function name magic, whatever the function which we want to know about. So if I press enter, you can see I'm getting some help information about this function, and with the help of this I'm able to know about that specific function, exactly what it does. Okay, and also we can go for help documentation for more details about that specific function. This is about magic function. Let us clear the screen now, CLC. So here I will show you one example for random function, how to generate a matrix using random function. So the function name is rand, and I will pass some arguments here. Like if I just give one argument 3, you can see there I am able to get a square matrix of size 3 cross 3, which is having values between 0 and 1 interval. Actually this is uniformly distributed values which are generated by this built-in rand function, and the values lies between 0 and 1 interval. So here if I want to generate a matrix of different size, I can do that by passing one more argument, row and column information. So I will just call back this. I will say like something 3 comma 4. So now you can see this has generated a matrix of size 3 cross 4. Like this we can generate any size of matrix using this rand function, and the values will be between 0 and 1 interval, and they are uniformly distributed. Let us talk about random integer function, which will help us to generate again a matrix of integers of different size and dimensions. So let me clear the screen before we talk about random integer function. So here I am using rand I of, so if I pass a single value, it's just returning us the same value. Like the arguments are need to be different here, so we need to know again what arguments we need to pass for this, so that I can generate the matrix. So here let me tell you, 3 indicates the maximum value that can be there in the matrix, okay, in the generated matrix, comma, and now I can specify the dimensions of the matrix. For example, if I just specify the row details, then it is going to generate a square matrix of size 2 cross 2, and the maximum value in that matrix can be 3. So you can see there I got a 2 cross 2 matrix and the maximum value is 3. If I want to generate a matrix of different size, then I can just pass another argument here like 3 comma 2 comma 4. So now you can see I'm able to generate a matrix of different dimensions, but the maximum value of the elements in the matrix is 3 because the first argument is 3. So like this we can fix the argument of, we can fix the maximum value what we need to have in the matrix. Okay, so like this we can use this random integer function to generate matrices in MATLAB. Now let us see two more functions we have. We have once function. So I will clear the screen. So let me show you how we can use this once function to generate matrix. Actually it generates a matrix of ones, and we have zeros function which will generate a matrix of zeros. So let us show you an example for ones. So if I pass an argument, a single value like 2 here, now you can see that it is generating a square matrix of values ones of size 2 cross 2 because the argument is 2 here. So if I want a matrix of different dimensions for rows and columns, then I can specify here with an additional argument. So I can give here like 2 comma 5. Now you can see I'm able to generate a matrix of size 2 comma 5, 2 rows and 5 columns. So like this we can generate any size of matrix having values ones, because we are using the built-in function by name ones. This is going to generate a matrix of values ones. In the same way, we have one more built-in function, that is zeros. So if I pass some argument value here like 4, you can see it is generating a matrix of zeros. Zeros is a function which will generate a matrix of zeros in MATLAB. So we can generate a matrix of any size of having values zeros with the help of this zero function in MATLAB with the help of this function. Let me show you one more example like zeros of 4 comma 3. So now you can see I got a matrix of different row and column size. So like this, this zeros function can be used for generating the matrices. So we discussed 5 different matrix generator functions. One is magic function. Next we discussed random function. Then we discussed random integer function. Then we saw ones function, and at the last the zeros function. So these are the few functions which help us to generate matrices in MATLAB. So we'll talk about the rest topics in the next upcoming sessions. Thank you.